Hey guys, this is Captain Chris Britton with Great Ghost Fishing Charters here in Stuart, Florida, coming at you with your live fishing report for BDOutdoors. The bite has been phenomenal for the month of July, both inshore and offshore. Today I had a trip and we fished for sailfish and we hooked 7. We went 3 for 7 and 90 to 110 foot of water. We found a temperature break that was 83 to 85 with scattered weeds, and we just had the kite up. That seems to be like the ticket right now. Even with a light wind, even bump trolling the kite has been very effective, and the sails seem to be very responsive to that. It's been off the charts. It's been really good. And the sailfish, about a month ago, where like you get 5 or 6, but July hit and it's like instantly catch 5 or 5 to 10, 15 fish in a day is pretty awesome. The numbers are definitely better than they were back in January and February. The dolphin bite has pretty much died off. I mean, you're catching 1 or 2 here, and you would think that there'd be a lot more dolphin with all the weeds that we have. This a couple days it's been almost impossible to get baits out, so you just drift with the weed patches to make sure that your baits don't get messed up with the weeds, and you're either catching a sail, a bonita, or a king, and maybe a dolphin here and there, but not too many. There's been some blackfins around in about a 150 to 200 foot of water, but they're going to start showing up here when August gets here. And a lot of those bonitas and the blackfin hang out together, but the blackfin seem to be a little bit slower than the bonitas. As far as the kingfish bites goes, it's anywhere between about 60 to 100 foot of water. Today all the kings were in about 85, right outside of the sailfish depths that we were fishing today. And make sure you just have a little bit of trace wire if you're going to try to switch over from trying to catch sails to the kingfish. They'll just chop through. I've been using 40-pound fluoro. It seems like that's been getting the better bites with the sails. You get better numbers with the lighter leader. Even with that kite and the bait, all that gear is out of the water. As far as like rigging your bait on the kite, I've been using like a 7.0 mustad with a rubber band and just bridling it through the back. That seems to be the best. You don't miss as many fish, and you don't have to worry about the hook really getting double hooked into the bait. I don't really like to stick them in the meat. I mean, I will if the bite's on fire and I just need to get a bait out real quick, but if you have the time, definitely try to bridle your baits up. It'll pay dues in the long run. As far as bottom fishing goes, it's been phenomenal. Mutton snapper bite's been off the charts too. Big mangroves at the earlier part of the month. The first week of July, there's big mangroves, about 5-pounders being caught. A lot of muttons now being caught. We're getting over that mutton spawn that was in May, so it seems like all those fish are starting to push back onto the reefs in about 70 foot of water. You can definitely limit out on those. Cut sardines and live sardines has been the ticket, along with small pilchards. Fishing, the long leaders for the muttons, and we've had a couple days this month where there's the tide. I've had to have like 38 ounces of lead just to hold the bottom, and it's been like 7-knot currents heading north. It's been pretty insane. Red snapper season for us was pretty much a bust because we did have the 7-knot current, and there was just so much weight and so much lead to be able to catch those fish and target, so we just went sail fishing instead. Coming inside, the snook bite and the tarpon bite have been really good. The snook are starting to spawn around their local areas, around the beach and around the jetties and the rocks. But make sure if you're going to catch snook, make sure that you take special care of them. They are our breeders, so we want to take special care. If you're going to hold them up for a photo, make sure that you're holding the lip and supporting their belly. You don't want a bass hold it like this, because you actually dislocate their jaw and potentially kill them. They won't be able to, they suction feed, so if you dislocate that jaw, they won't be able to feed. The tarpon bite back up in the river has been pretty good. The bridges at night have been off the charts too. A bunch of smaller fish though, about 40 to 50, 60 pounders. There's a lot of big fish still holding up on the beach. We've gotten to a few migrating fish this past week. A lot of the fish have been anywhere between 80 to 100. I've boated about 100 to 150 pounders all week this week. Inside, the bridges have been, you know, pretty good. You just got to find out when that bait's pushing through. The mullet have been, the bigger black mullet have been pushing through the bridges, and the bigger tarpon are on those. As far as jacks and some others fights going on, there's been some jacks around the inlet, jacks on the beach north, around the power plant. It's been pretty good. We've had some awesome clean water, and we had pretty much a highlight catch this week. We caught like a 12 foot sailfish in crystal clear water. I've hooked them in like really dirty water, and the only thing you see is a rostrum stick out, but in clean water, it was pretty cool to see the whole dinosaur just swimming around the water. But that's pretty much it. That's your July fishing report. This is Captain Chris Britton, and you can give me a call if you want to get a trip. It's 772-263-3739. Looking forward to your call. Thanks.